pitching really still spectacular. How do you feel about that series now that you look back on it?
Well, obviously it was. You look at the start of the season, you go, okay, these are the 3 weeks you kind of want to look at. Probably going to decide who's going to win the Pac-12 championship, and going into that weekend, I didn't think we'd be unbeaten for sure. But looking back at the weekend, I think our pitching did very, very well. I was pleased with that. We had an opportunity to win the 2 games we lost, and that's what you can say. Obviously, we didn't do it offensively, but starting off with Megan Kleiss just threw tremendously well, and Maggie Ballant following it up. Had 19 batters not reach base in a row there, so that was pretty cool. And then of course the final game, Miranda did well for the first couple of innings, and Kleiss came in and finished it off.
After a couple shutouts, was it good to get an 11th spot and kind of get rolling on offense?
Well, no doubt. I mean, even if you go back to the 2 games before it to last year, we'd scored 2 runs in 2 games, and now we'd scored 2 runs in 4 games. So yeah, they kind of had our number there for a little bit. So it was fun to see us break out and get some production, especially from kids like Udrea, especially driving some runs in for us.
Is Washington another team where they have power and power versus pitching type thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think their hitting is very, very good. It's pretty balanced, especially the top 2 of the 3 hitters there with Stangl and Aguilar. They're as good as anybody in the country, and they can really make a difference. So the key for us is to kind of shut them down if we can, and then keep the kids off ahead of base. Their speed down the bottom of the lineup is very good there too. So it comes down to just good old-fashioned fast pitch, pitcher against pitcher, and playing errorless defense.
What did you think of Kleiss' performance out of the bullpen on Sunday?
I thought it was very, very good. I mean, obviously, he came in a tough situation. It hit 3 doubles in a row, and we really needed them to stop the tide, and she did that. She didn't let them score that inning, which was amazing. But later in the game, I think she got a little sloppy. I think that she saw the writing on the wall that we're going to win the game more than likely, and I think she gave up a couple of easy runs there that I'd rather not see her give up. But other than that, I thought it was just a great performance.
And offensively, you gave Maddie Bishop the call, and she comes through with a 3-run homer. Is she a player that you expect to give more at bats to going forward?
Well, actually, starting off the season, I thought she'd have more at bats overall. Actually, because she's a very talented ball player, but it just hadn't been her year so far. But last week during practice, we started to see some things changing with her approach at the plate. Her swing was getting better, and I said to Coach K before the series started, I said, "This is a kid we probably want to give a chance to if we can." And it turned out that way, that we had an opportunity to give her a shot, and she made the most of it. So what we hope now is that she gets better going forward.
You have the big game on Sunday, and then very tight losses Friday, Saturday. Did you feel like your team played well enough to win the series?
Yes, I think so. Again, you come down to a kid like Rachel Garcia, is probably one of the most talented freshmen in the country. And she's a redshirt freshman at that, so she's got that 1 year of strength and experience just from watching her teammates. I always thought she was going to be a tough one to score off, especially we hadn't seen her before. We didn't know much about her, and she didn't disappoint in that regard. She really pitched pretty well, and then even closing on Saturday, she pitched well there too. I thought she actually pitched better on Saturday than Friday. But Sunday, we got to her, so it was good to see us make the adjustment and come out and get some runs off her.
After your team does lose its first season of the series, your first games of the season, is there anything in particular, any message in particular that you were relaying to your team coming into this week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when we were in the middle of that streak, the game didn't know we were in a streak, and right now the game didn't know we'd lost 2 in a row. It was just going to reward us if we played better. And, I think that, Friday they may have, close to outplaying us, but Saturday I thought we outplayed them. We just got a little unlucky. Sunday we definitely outplayed them. So, sometimes it shows up on the scoreboard and sometimes it doesn't. I couldn't fault our players for their effort on Saturday. I thought they worked very, very hard, and then came back Sunday and we really kind of really put a charge into the offense, and we did a good job.
Obviously, you don't ever want to lose a game, but is it nice to have the first loss that way so people stop asking you guys about the streak?
In some respects, yes. I mean, but again, we were enjoying it as it was going along. We still knew that our toughest opponents were ahead of us, so to speak. Not to downplay anybody else's efforts, but we knew that was a very tough gauntlet of games coming up. And that's going to really help us prepare to get ready for the postseason. I think that definitely this year, a lot of closer games. Our pitching is holding up very well. Our defense is doing a good job. And going into the postseason, it's just going to be more of the same. So I'm hoping that playing these tough games now will help get us ready.
Cool.
Thanks, Mike.